Hey, this is Chris Jericho, Fozzy, and you're watching AMBY. Please don't stop watching, or I will cry.
Hey everyone, it's Alicia, and I would like to welcome you to my interview with Chris Jericho.
Round two.
Round two.
Gotta speak in the mic. This light is super bright. It's like I feel like a fly is gonna, a mosquito get zapped on it.
Ah, come on, you're a superstar, rock star. You should be used to the bright lights.
Yeah, the bright lights, the spotlight.
Oh,
Shine the
it's on
spotlight.
you.
This is in my contract, didn't you know? A spotlight shining on me.
How have you been?
At all times. Good. Yeah. Just busy as always, but it's been great.
You've had a crazy last few months. I mean, not only did you have your return to New Japan Pro Wrestling, you had that crazy surprise appearance at All In, the success of the Jericho Cruise, and now you are touring Canada with Fozzy. So how's it know to feel you're doing so many badass things?
Yeah, it's really been a cool year for all of that. You know, the culmination of a lot of hard work. It took 3 years to get the Jericho Cruise going, and so that actually happening was unbelievable. And then with all the success from the Judas record for Fozzy, we've been touring on that for like 19 months.
Yeah.
Which has been amazing. And then the New Japan Pro Wrestling thing and All In was kind of tied in with that. So it's been busy, but in a lot of ways, it's been one of the biggest years of my career in a lot of different aspects.
It's been super cool because I had a lot of buddies who are actually wrestling on the cruise that I've seen over the last couple of months. And they were just telling me stories and all the memories that they have, and they really just had such a good time.
Yeah, and it was one of those things that no one really knew what to expect, I don't think. And then once it happened, it's just like, wow, this was so much fun. And the reason for that was because it's never been done before. A lot of it, you know, I wanted to put together the cruise. There were so many things to do that you couldn't possibly handle them all. You couldn't go to everything you wanted to see. And then, of course, having the matches on the ship in the middle of the ocean, that's never been done before. So I think it's something where people are like, oh, okay, sounds all right. And then after they're like, oh my gosh, this is
much better than all right.
This is going to be like a destination vacation for me for years to come. And that was always the plan, for it to be an annual occurrence.
And so do you think you're going to keep that going?
We're working on it. I mean, like I said, I think even the cruise company didn't really know what to expect. So as it stands right now, we're in deep discussions to do another one.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
That's super exciting.
Yeah.
Well, when you pulled up into the Bahamas, I heard a couple rumors that there were a bunch of other cruise ships around you, and you decided to do a little "Your cruise sucks" chant to the ones around you.
I didn't start that.
So was it a lot of the
it just
fans
happened.
on the boat?
Yeah.
Seriously?
I left the boat to go do a shore activity, and when I came back, you could hear all the chant, your boat sucks.
Oh my goodness.
And, you know, whatever. I can't remember what they were, but you could see all these other cruise ships with like these, 60-year-old people on them going like, what is going on? We didn't do anything wrong. You know? But that's typical wrestling fans, and especially when they've been drinking in the sun all day. Yeah. It just led to these hilarious chants of these bewildered people wondering what the hell was going on.
Did any ships chant back?
No.
No.
They didn't dare. They were like, here's the thing why it worked is you had 2,200 people that all have the same mindset and they're there for the same reason.
Yes.
It's not a fragmented cruise where you get some people here there. It's a force, a concentrated force of people. So when they're all chanting together, you can't get two people from Biloxi, Minnesota or Mississippi chanting back. It's not going to matter. Or Biloxi, Minnesota, which would be even more impressive.
Well, you had mentioned how you've been touring on Judas for a long time now, which is super exciting that you're finally here in Canada. But the reason I want to talk a little bit about the record is because it's kind of surprised me in your social feed how many people are surprised at the success of the album, because it is a damn good album. So did that surprise you a little bit?
I don't know if it's surprising, but I think it's kind of, we've been waiting for this for a while. We knew eventually it would happen for us to kind of break out and go to the next level. It just so happened it was this album and the Judas, the song itself. It's almost like it was the right place, the right song at the right place at the right time. In that, when it came out right off the bat, it did 1 million views on YouTube, and in 1 week,
That's
in 1 week to get that, it's like 150,000 views a day. It just blew my mind. I think there was a lot of people who had never listened to Fozzy before, or give us a chance or a shot, and they had. I think I was really hot at the time in WWE, and when I left to go to Fozzy, I think people were like, okay, well, if he's leaving at this point in time to go to the band, I'll check it out. And when they did, it was one of the best songs that we've ever recorded, and suddenly we have this career-making song, which really did completely change everything for the band.
I love hearing all of the rock nuances on the latest record release, especially how it's fairly heavy, certain tracks.
Well, that's us. We're always, we're very heavy and very groove-oriented. I always say if Metallica and Journey had a bastard child,
I've heard you say that,
and it was raised by AC/DC and added that,
yeah.
it would be Fozzy. So yeah, it's heavy, but it's also the lyrics are very accessible. I think if you listen to a song like Judas, where it's talking about betrayal, but it's not me betraying you, it's me betraying myself, making the wrong decision, knowing it's the wrong decision, and doing it anyways. That's the Judas in my mind. I think people can empathize with that and feel that.
And with you being a self-coined rockologist, I mean, who were some of those first rock bands that absolutely you fell in love with? I mean, when I think of them for you, I might think like maybe Maiden has to be up there.
Well, the first one was the Beatles.
Okay.
I really got into the Beatles when I was, gosh, I don't even know if I was 10 years old. And not just like, I knew everything about them, like, you know, who Magic Alex is and you know, the Blue Meanies and all that sort of stuff. But then I started moving forward into more of the metal area, and my Iron Maiden was the next big band for me, and then Metallica was the next. So those are my three favorite bands of all time. And then throw Kiss and AC/DC in there, and that's your top five.
Are you going to catch Kiss on their final tour?
Yeah, I'll go to a couple shows for sure. I mean, I can't miss out on that.
Of course.
Yeah.
Well, I enjoy seeing fans saying that Fozzy is some of the best concerts they've ever been to.
Yeah.
So for you, best show you've ever attended?
It's hard to say, because if you're looking from my youth, like memories, I mean, Iron Maiden Power Slave tour was amazing. David Lee Roth band in 1986. Any Paul McCartney concert is life changing. Same with the Rolling Stones.
Super cool.
I saw the Metallica on their 30th anniversary show at the Fillmore in San Francisco. That was a great show. But you see a lot of great bands. You know, we have Jared James Nichols touring with us. Watching him last night play, it's just like, whether it's the biggest band in the world in a stadium or you know, a band that's open for you in a club, that feeling and that magic is the same.
Mm-hmm. Well, when it comes to wrestling, you have my favorite slogans of all time. I say slogans because you have had many of them over the years.
Yeah.
Quite a few. So I created a little game, and it's called Drink It In, or You Made the List.
Okay.
All right, so I'm going to say a word, and if you happen to like it, you're going to drink it in. And if you don't like it, that word just made the list.
Okay.
All right, you ready for it?
Yeah.
All right, devil horns.
Super cliched, so it made the list.
All right, roller coasters.
Don't like them, made the list.
Emojis.
They're kind of fun, so I'll say drink it in, man.
When people wear black lipstick.
Drink it in, man. I wear black lipstick in Japan.
Yeah.
Is that where you got that from?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
How about Becky Lynch?
Yeah, she's doing great. Drink it in, man. Yeah.
And for the last one, going to magic shows.
Drink it in.
Okay.
I like magic.
You do?
We were in. I had a spoken word show in London, and after a card trick magician came in, this guy was amazing, like the best card tricks I ever saw. And it's like, it's one of those things. For example, in the 80s and early 90s, people didn't know for sure what the story was with pro wrestling. Is it real? Is it a show? Now everyone knows. You can still draw people in, but magic, you still, I mean, obviously you know that there's not real magic.
There's such a mystery.
How in the hell can you do it? There's still a mystery behind it where you don't really know what's behind it. So a great magician still gets a big pop out of me.
Yeah, and keeps their secrets.
It does, that's right. You know, you can't go on a podcast and hear, you know, how the magician cuts himself in half.
I would love to listen to that
I'd
one.
love to, yeah.
Right?
I should do one. If there's any magicians that want to do my show and expose your secrets,
reach out.
Talk is Jericho.
Well, the brand new shirts that you have, the Faces of Jericho shirts, I mean, they feature so many iconic moments. There's, of course, the Pentagon Jr. Jericho from All In to Y2J Jericho. So for you, when you look at that shirt, for you, which one kind of stands out the most? Did you have a favorite run?
Some haven't been as favorite as others, but I think, I mean, the initial Y2J coming into the company was great. The suit and tie Jericho, Shawn Michaels feud, the list Jericho, and then the current, you know, the, like you said, the kind of the clockwork orange, whatever people are calling it, Jericho, just more evolving, you know, and constantly changing and keeping things different and fresh. That's what I'm all about. Like, you know, I hate to say it, but you know, if I go back to the WWE, there won't be a list. I mean, it doesn't feel right anymore.
You always reinvent yourself. You've done that since the start, and I've always been so impressed with that.
For me to walk out there with the list and put somebody on it, it just seems like, oh, that's so 2016, which was huge. I think people want to see it, but I just can't allow myself to not continue to be creative and that's why I love working in New Japan. I love that character. I just don't really know how it started. I mean, there's a definite lineage that I could tell you step by step, but I didn't just show up and go, okay, I'm going to wear a hat and put makeup on my face and be completely crazy.
Yeah.
But it was an evolve and a change. You know, doing this so over the top, brutal character, these brutal beatdowns on Kenny Omega and Naito, wearing a light up scarf and sparkly underwear didn't seem to fit anymore.
Yeah.
You know, and when I attacked Naito with the Bushi mask on, Bushi wears black lipstick, so I put that on as kind of a disguise. I had painted my eyes a little bit darker to kind of, I didn't want round blue eyes. No one knew I was there, but just in case, I wanted them to be a little bit more straight, you know, Asian looking, so to speak. And then when I took the mask off, suddenly I've got black eyeshadow and lipstick, and I was like, that's really kind of cool.
Yeah.
Let's expand upon that. And somebody made a great kind of a meme, a graphic design of me looking like the Joker. And I thought, I really liked that idea, the top hat.
That,
yeah. So that's kind of where it all just started to morph down the line. And then I attacked Evil wearing the kind of the mask, the faceless mask, and I thought that'd be kind of cool to add to it. So, and lo and behold, you have a whole new character that people can dress up as on Halloween, and that's what it's all about. How many Chris Jericho Halloween characters can you think of?
I'm sure there are many more in the
There
works.
are quite a few. Yeah.
It seems like you have the magic touch, but has there ever been one that's kind of just flopped and you're like, I'm not going to run?
There has been.
Yeah?
I mean, when I came back in 2007 as kind of the short-haired Y2J, it was a disconnect. It didn't fit. I'd been gone for 2 years. I didn't look like the same guy, and going back there with the same catchphrases, it felt stale. I knew that it wasn't working, and that's why I said I have to completely change everything. And that's when I switched from shorts or from tights or from long pants to tights, and got rid of the countdown and started wearing the suit and tie and big words and all that sort of stuff. So it's all part of the process of realizing that I don't want to be a nostalgia act.
Yep. And
people don't want it either. It doesn't work. You'll never be more over the second time you do something that you did the first time. Never. Mm-hmm. Never, never, never. I mean, you can be DX until the cows come home, but you'll never be as over as 1997 DX was. So why not do that and think of something new? Just using that as an example.
Yeah.
And that's always been kind of my MO, and that's why I changed, because you'll never be as over with something the second time as you were the first.
That's really
I just
good
came up with that right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty good, huh?
You should put on a t-shirt.
I should, yeah. I could.
Well, let's wrap things up. I do want to bring it to all the fans who are going to be viewing, because your fan base, every time I see you, it just explodes more and more. Is there anything you want to say and leave with everybody?
No, I mean, just like I said, I'm really enjoyed what I've been doing over the last year, and we got some big stuff coming up in 2019. I mean, 2018 was the biggest year of my career. And but 19 is already starting with a double main event at the Tokyo Dome in January, and then opening for Iron Maiden in a stadium in Los Angeles in September. So those are two pretty good kind of cornerstones to build the year around. And as usual, I have zero plans or knowledge as to what I'm going to be doing, but I'm sure this is going to end up being pretty fun and cool either way.
I'm super excited to see everything that's
all
going
right.
to pop up.
Yes.
Thank you so much for joining me again.
My pleasure. Round 2.
Oh yeah, it's I've looked up.
Next time I'll come for round 3.
Forever. Oh please.
Yes, thank you.
Let's do it.
Please.
Thank you. And remember, to everybody viewing, you can visit us at aliciatout.com for all exclusive interviews and features.
Do it,
See you
please.
for round 3.